Okay, I said only a couple more videos of construction before we get to something more volleyball, and I got something more volleyball for you today. Today we are going to talk about sand. We need a lot of sand to fill our 5 courts, and we want to make sure that we buy the best sand that we can get for you all to play on. So downstairs we have samples of a bunch of different kinds of sand from across the country, all different sizes. So we are gonna go downstairs and we're gonna geek out about sand. We're gonna look at how much dust we think is in there. We're gonna look at how big are the pieces of sand, how will they play underfoot, what's it gonna feel like when you go to jump to attack. We're even gonna put this stuff under a microscope and check to see, is it round and smooth or is it more hard and angular? Let's go downstairs and check out what we got. Come on. All right. We have some sand samples. Out of this set of sand, we are going to choose what we put in this facility, but a couple of these are off limits. You can't buy Oregon beach sand. You can't buy California Santa Cruz beach sand anymore either, but what you can buy is sand from Wisconsin. We got some Nebraska 4070, Nebraska 3050, and we have Wisconsin 3050. This is a special blend that they made just for me. FedExed it over here so that we could test it out and take a look at it. It is really fine. Dusts off pretty easy. It's that California Santa Cruz sand, a little different color. Maybe not as fine as Seaside. It's got a really nice kind of golden yellow color to it. This is that Nebraska 4070. Should look familiar to anybody who's played inside recently. You'll probably know what this feels like. This is where we start getting up to the bigger stuff. This is Nebraska 3050 of sand, and you can really feel the difference in texture. It feels more gritty. And here's that Wisconsin 3050. Stuff feels pretty good. It feels maybe a little bit more round. All right, we'll take some quick pictures of these things so we can look a little bit closer in a still photo. And we're gonna get all these underneath a microscope also. Take a look at what they look like under a microscope. Stacking all this together, you can see the differences side by side with the Seaside, the Wisconsin, and the Nebraska sand compared to the Santa Cruz sand. Let's take a look at the sand samples that we have under a microscope. You can see Seaside versus Santa Cruz, 2 actual natural beach sands are a little bit different. Seaside's a little bit finer, Santa Cruz is going to be a little bit larger. The Wisconsin 4070 versus the Nebraska 4070. To me, the Wisconsin 4070 looks a little bit more round than the Nebraska. And this carries over into the 3050 as well. The 3050, to me, again, looks a little bit more round. The sizes are pretty comparable. This isn't just microscope level details, though. This really translated into a macroscopic feel. I noticed this when I first touched the sand and commented on the Wisconsin sand feeling a little bit more smooth and a little bit more rounded. It looks pretty good. It's got a nice soft feel. Feels like it's a little bit more round. What I can do is a quick and dirty turbidity test where we put a little bit of sand in a bottle and fill that bottle up with water and we shake it to see how much sand settles out of that water solution and how much material is left suspended in that water. Whatever's left suspended in that water, it's a pretty good bet that that stuff is going to be small enough to be dust. Let's try it out. Next up, watch that settle. The water comes out pretty clear. That looks pretty good. All right, let's check the California Santa Cruz beach sand. It's pretty quick, a little dusty. All right, now we come to the stuff from Wisconsin. Let's see how clean this stuff is. Put it down. What do we got? Oh, that was fast. All right, this next stuff comes out of Nebraska. Let's give this stuff a shake. See what we got. It's kind of taking a while. I don't know if you can see it or not, but the sand is settled out of it, but that water is not very clean. The next one also comes from Nebraska. It's gonna be a 30-50, so let's give this one a shake and see what we get. Huh, interesting. Same sort of thing, man. The sand settled really fast. The particles are a lot bigger. They fell out of the water a lot quicker, but we're left with sort of that really cloudy looking water again. Let's check our last batch here. This is another batch that came from Wisconsin. Give it a good shake again. Put it down. And that settled out pretty fast. So those are the options that we are considering. What would you pick? What sand do you want to play on? All right, there you have it. I told you we were going to geek out over some sand. Now, I want to say a huge thank you to our friends at United Volleyball Supply. They're the ones that have provided us with all of these amazing options, and they've really made the process of finding and ordering the best beach volleyball sand as simple and straightforward as possible. If you need volleyball supplies, or if you're looking to build your own sand courts, check them out at the address above, and I'll also put it in the comments below. So thank you again to United Volleyball Supply for all of your support. It's close to time for us to order our sand. What do you want to play on? What do you think we should pick? Let us know in the comments below what you think is the best option. I cannot wait to get this place filled with the absolute best beach volleyball sand and have you all in here playing soon. See you at the beach.